Gemini, welcome to your reading. This could be for any sort of Gemini, whether it be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you just gravitate to this reading. How you doing? Okay, so this is going to be not for everybody. So it's going to be for a select group of people. If it resonates for you, fantastic. If not, please check out a different reading, whether that's from me or somebody else. So we're going to hop right into it. Okay, it didn't take long. Alright, so your central energy is the Seven of Wands. You are dealing with some conflict currently. It's your central energy. Now, whether that's internal or external, typically Seven of Wands is external, but I'm going to pull clarifiers and see. But first, I want to pull some past energy and some future energy, and then we'll do our clarifiers and see what's going on with your reading. So, hi, my name's Ben. If you've been with me for a while, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If you're new, hi. I do all different types of readings. Usually on this channel, I only do like zodiac readings and twin flame readings, but personal readings, I do it for anything. Okay, so we have your past energy. Yeah, you had the Two of Cups fly out when I'm pulling here. A soulmate in your energy is causing you some conflict. I think it's internal conflict. Now let me pull some future energy and then we'll do our clarifiers. Gemini. Are you afraid to commit? Actually, I think this conflict... Yeah. I think this conflict is because you are afraid of this connection. Whatever it may be for you. So let's pull clarifiers and see. Now, the reason you're afraid, that's what I'm going to find out. I think it's because this connection is intense between the two of you, and you're not quite sure how to handle that. A lot of times, intensity can intimidate people. So let's pry into your energy and see. Why are you afraid of giving yourself fully to somebody? Why does that scare you? Because I can see it. Okay, so you've never had someone in your life who's been consistent. Genuinely consistent. Meaning, when you give your all to somebody, you give it all. And you have yet to encounter somebody. Yet is the key word. That's why it's one of my favorite words. You have yet to encounter somebody to do the same. That's why you're hesitant when it comes to this connection with this person. Do not let your fears get in the way of your happily ever after, okay? I'm going to finish pulling clarifiers and then we're going to talk. And see. But yeah, seriously. Just because people in your life have let you down or betrayed you or not been there for you the way that you want them to be does not mean that there is nobody who will do that. I should probably say it doesn't mean there isn't somebody who will do that. I think that's more articulate. All right. Gemini. People have not been kind to you in the past, especially romantically. Now, when I say that, what I mean is you feel like you've been blindsided by romantic connections in your past where you feel like everything's great and everything's going your way. Not your way, in a selfish way, you know what I mean? Like, everything's going according to plan, everything seems great, but then you just feel like you're completely blindsided by something, whether they were cheating or they had secret animosity toward you and would make fun of you to their friend group. That's a very specific message for somebody. In general, in the past, it has not been fun for you, which I feel for you. But we'll get to the present energy in a moment. But this is the past, and there was a lot of the people that you were surrounding yourself with in the past were not the healthiest of people. There was a lot of gossip, a lot of drama, a lot of pettiness, immaturity, backstabbing. It was probably very prominent in the friend group of people that you were hanging around. So when you would bring a romantic connection into that friend group, it would ultimately destroy that relationship, because now suddenly all these people are putting in their 2 cents and their opinions, or starting drama, or starting rumors about your connection, things that weren't true. I feel like even your significant other, the people you were engaging with romantically, even they were falling susceptible to these behaviors, which in turn creates a toxic relationship. So yes, people have treated you unfairly, but you need to look at the type of people you are associating with. If they're toxic people, they're going to bring toxicity into your life. That's 100% it. You can't be around toxicity without becoming toxic, or without allowing toxicity into your life. But that's the past. I feel like you've already realized that. You've already cut off the unhealthy parts of those connections, and you said, you know what? I don't want anything to do with that type of energy. I don't want people like that in my life. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to remove toxic people, toxic energy, toxic situations from my life. And I'm very proud of you for doing that, because now it has thrown you into your present energy, which is, yes, there may be external conflict, like that's your central energy, meaning people may be unhappy, obviously, with you cutting them off, or you ending and leaving a friend group, or calling out toxicity and not wanting it in your life. People are not going to take well to that, because people themselves don't want to change. So when someone is healing and changing for the better, they're going to try to alienate you, or say that you're crazy, or gaslight you, or a lot of unhealthy behaviors that they're projecting from the own pain that they feel inside, because they don't have the strength to remove the toxicity from their own life. So be proud of yourself for doing that. So just because you're faced with opposition does not make you in the wrong, okay? Oftentimes, when you're faced with opposition, it's because you're standing in the light and the darkness doesn't like it. So don't be discouraged or feel like you're weak. That's specifically coming through the word weak or weakness, just because people are opposing you. It's the exact opposite. When you're standing in your strength and you are confident in yourself and what you want out of your life and what you want in your life, meaning you want healthy connections, you want to be healthy, right? You want to be authentic, which means you embrace that you're not perfect, and other people aren't perfect, but that doesn't give them an excuse to treat themselves or others poorly. So that's great that you're standing in that energy. Remember, most people are not that strong, and they're not gonna be on board with that. It's easier to go with the mob than it is to stand out. Now you are standing out, which is great. So that is causing some fear for you, because I do see a new person coming into your energy. I don't think you are already involved with this person. Like I said, this message will not be for everybody, but there is someone coming into your energy that is healthy and is a genuine commitment and a healthy commitment. However, that's in the future when we get to that. Presently, you don't know them yet, or you're not seeing them yet. Maybe you know them as like an acquaintance or a friend or a coworker. They may technically be in your life somehow, but not on the level of a commitment or a romantic connection. Not yet. But this person, they are being delayed in their journey to you, because you have a little bit more healing left to do, and you're doing great with it. I think the last part that you need to do that I'm seeing is being confident in the fact that you stand out. You aren't meant to fit in with everybody else because you're meant to stand out. I don't want to say you're better than most people because it's not an issue of, oh, I'm better than you, but you know what I mean. You are on a higher path than most of the people you're going to encounter in your life, which means you are going to stand out. You are going to be different. You are going to be alienated from those that all group together, right? They all flock together because they're the mob. You are not part of the mob. So get comfortable and get confident with standing out. Because when you're standing out, that's when the best things can be brought your way. When you're in the mob, like think of it, if there's a crowd of people in a room, right? And I'm just throwing t-shirts into the crowd of people, who knows who's going to grab one, right? But if you are the only person in the room, or let's say the group of people doesn't like when you enter the room, so they kind of go to like one corner and you're left over here by yourself. If I'm throwing t-shirts, if I throw one in your direction, you're the only one that's going to be able to catch it. And let's say this t-shirt's worth $10,000 or $1 million, right? Or even $10, doesn't matter. You're the only one to catch it on that side because you're standing out. Versus if I threw it on the other side, the people that are mobbed up in the corner, who knows who's going to grab it? It doesn't matter, right? Because they're not special over there. You are special in your little corner, okay? Just don't be ashamed of that. Don't feel like it's weak when you're by yourself. A lot of times people will try to say like, oh, strength in numbers, or you need to stick with your people, or you need a crew behind you. That's bullshit. You really don't. All you need behind you, your crew of spirit guides and spirit. That's it. You don't need anything else. Anyone else who comes into your energy that's healthy is a gift. It's not because you need them. It's because you're choosing each other. People that flock together in cliques, groups, mobs, whatever, they feel like they need each other because they're codependent and they don't have the strength to stand alone. People that stand alone and they're confident and standing out and cool with being by themselves and knowing that spirit has their back and their spirit guides have their back and they're divinely guided, those people are then brought together and they're choosing to connect with each other versus feeling like they have to be strong. You get the difference? One of them is flocking together with the other because they feel like they're not strong enough to stand alone, versus people who are strong enough to stand alone, they choose to hang out with each other to make themselves even stronger. That's a big distinction there. So you are the latter. You are the one that is strong, and I would say you're 90% there. And once you reach 100%, which could be tomorrow, it could be in 2 days, it could be a week, it's very soon. That's when you're going to start to see these healthy people entering your life. And not only healthy people, but a healthy relationship, a healthy romantic connection, which makes me very happy for you. So try to still your anxieties and your overthinking about this, because I can see that you're doing that. And just know that someone who matches you is on their way to you. You may not technically see them yet, or you may not see them in that way yet, but you are very, very close to it. Now, another thing I am seeing for you, it's almost like when this person comes in, you feel like you need to choose between being honest and potentially creating like what you think would be conflict by being honest, versus not saying anything and feeling misunderstood and feeling left alone even though you're with a person. Now, that's stemming from what you've been through in the past, where when you were being honest, you were met with conflict, you were met with strife, right? You were met with a fight, an argument. That's what happens with unhealthy people when you communicate effectively and honestly. When you communicate with healthy people, like this person and maybe multiple people coming into your energy in the near future, when you're communicating honestly, they're not going to meet you with conflict. You may not agree right away, but they're not going to argue with you. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't see it that way. I saw it this way. And then you can have a conversation back and forth. Or, oh, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. How can I do better? Right? That's how a conversation goes in a healthy connection. It's not immediately like, oh, well, I'm upset with you, so you piss me off. Like, get away from me. That's not That's not how that goes in a healthy connection. But I definitely see why you were feeling that way. All right, so coming into your future energy, you may have a person that, besides the romantic connection, you may have somebody that you've known previously come back into your energy, whether it's an old friend, old family member, old coworker, whatever it may be. You may be getting a message from them soon. And Spirit is trying to help you build your spiritual team that you're going to have. You're going to have healthy people standing next to you and standing by you while you're going through the things you go through in life, versus the people in your past that you were dealing with. They weren't there for you. They weren't, if you were going through something difficult, they were the people to leave you in those times and be like, talk to me when you're in a better energy, or I don't really feel like dealing with that. Why don't you just call me in like 3 weeks when you're fine? Those type of people weren't really there for you. Now, if someone is in a really unhealthy pattern, like they're struggling with addiction and they've tried, let's say you were struggling with addiction and people in your life have tried to help you and you keep rejecting it, there does come a point where people in your life are going to stop trying to help you because you've rejected it so long. But if, let's say, you're going through something terrible, like someone just passed away that you were close to, something that is out of your control, and that these people are like, I don't feel like dealing with your misery, why don't you just call me in like a few weeks when you're over it? Those type of people are not there for you. There's a big difference between example A and example B. Okay, example A, you're making conscious choices that are unhealthy for you, and the people in your life are trying to help you, but you keep rejecting it, so they're going to stop trying to help you, right, until you want the help. Versus B, something out of your control that is very upsetting for you happened, and those people aren't there for you. They don't even try. Okay, those are the people that you were dealing with in the past. Versus the new people coming into your energy are going to be the ones that are there for you and hey, I know you're struggling this week, why don't I take you out for breakfast, or we'll go get coffee, or even just a call like, hey, how are you doing? I know you're struggling with a lot. Is there anything I can do for you? And let's say you're like, no, I kind of just want to be alone. They'll go, okay, well, I'll let you be alone, but if you need anything, you just call me, all right? And then they'll be like, oh, okay. Those are the people that are good for you. Not the ones in the past. I'll just say the ones. I was going to call them something else, but we'll just say the ones in the past. So that's the energy of that. Now I want to pull some oracle, so hold on, they're over here. One. Interesting deck. I love how I can move with this thing. So this is a circle deck. I don't remember the name of it. It's over there. Okay. I guess I'll pull from these. But yeah, I want to pull some oracle for you and see what's up with that. And then I also grabbed an emotion deck that I want to do as well. So let me just shuffle this tiny little pile. Okay. They're so hard to shuffle because it's a circle. Ooh, the fault line. That's pretty cool. So all these cracks are appearing in the foundation. This is good. Okay, I know this seems bad. It's not bad. It's very similar to the tower, but with this one, fault lines crack in something that is wearing away. Something that is not sturdy. You know, you don't want... Like, what I'm picturing in my head is... Think of a sinkhole underneath a sidewalk, right? The sidewalk is already weak to begin with if it gives into the sinkhole, because that sinkhole's been there for a long time. It's been a long time coming, but as the sidewalk wears and wears and wears and wears from people walking on it, like in the past, these fault lines show up, and then eventually it all collapses. All right, so that's a representation of everything you had gone through in the past, how it just built up and built up and built up. The cracks were forming, the fault lines were there, and then inevitably it just and it just disintegrates, and you're like, I don't want this anymore. I want better for my life. And that's when you say, that's not for me anymore, and you find something healthier for you, which is exactly what's coming your way. What else in this tiny little pile? These are the ones that popped out for you, but I'm not going to take all of them, so we'll just grab a couple that fly out. The Bardo. If you have eyes like this, by the way, like I do, I know you probably, I don't know if you can see it right now on camera, but if you ever do a close-up of your eye and it has the browns around the center and then it goes out to the blues and greens here, that's called heterochromia. Hold on. I will tell you exactly what it is. Heterochromia eyes. I think that's what it's called.
According to Wikipedia,
Yeah, heterochromia, because I recently found this out about myself too, but because it's something that I have. So if you have eyes that look like this, specifically this is a message for you. These eyes are the rarest eyes in the world. I think it's either 1% or less than 1% of the population has eye color like this. And if you do, these are regarded as the mystics, the what's the other word I want? Not shaman, but it's similar. These are the mystics of the world, basically, throughout different cultures. I had posted a video about it on my Facebook. I'll have to see if I can find the TikTok, and then maybe I can like link it below, because it was a TikTok that I had seen one day, and I was like, oh, and then I did a bunch of research, and it was pretty cool. So if you do have eyes like this, you are meant, like we said, you're meant to stand out. And you are, look at all the little skulls around the eye, okay? See that? Take a look at that. All the people that have wronged you in your past, that have now, they're dead from your energy, literally. They're watching you, and they're watching you rise. And that's why you're dealing with conflict currently in your energy, but it's not going to stay. It's not for long. But as you ascend, anyone who has wronged you has to watch you ascend. It's like if you shot someone in the foot and then they went to win a marathon, you're going to be like, how the fuck did they do that? I shot them in the foot and they went and won a marathon. Like, I don't understand how that's possible. But it is, okay? Because you're meant to stand out. You're meant to win. You just need to accept that and know that deep within, and know that I'm fucking awesome. I deserve to win. I deserve to have amazing things in my life. Who cares if people don't like it? That's their problem. They should go out and get their own blessings. Just because you have blessings coming your way doesn't mean other people can't get their own, but they don't go get their own, and that's why they're so focused on you and yours and trying to delay them or hate on them or start rumors. Who cares what people say? It doesn't matter. Karma and spirit will take care of them anyway. So you just keep doing you and ignore ignore the naysayers, okay? They don't matter. They genuinely do not matter. Okay, so last thing I want to do is all right. I want to pull some emotions for you and see what you get. I'm just going to go in order. I don't even know what they are yet. Oops, I almost knocked that over. You have discovery. So, like we said, you are discovering yourself within. This reminds me of something else I just saw. What was it? I don't know. One of these cards. Might have been in that deck. But you are discovering yourself, okay? And that flower... that flower is smiling. Look at it. He's happy to be alive. You see that? That's you. Okay. Forget about all the negative people that just... they're trying to ruin your blessings, but they can't. It's not possible for them to. Only if you allow that doubt and that, self-pity or that what's the word I want? Self-loathing might be the word. If you allow those energies into your energy, that's when you'll delay your blessings. It's not other people. They can never delay your blessings. Workaholic. So, you're either throwing yourself into work to try to deal with everything going on in your life right now, or some of the conflict could be coming from work. So if it is coming from work, find a new job. If you can't find a new job, maybe take it up with HR, tell them what you're going through. If that's not an option, because I know a lot of times HR sucks, they don't actually care, pray about it, okay? The people who would do you wrong and who would do harm to you will be removed from your life if you ask for help. So you can try that too. If you don't actually want to go to a physical person, go to spirit. Instinct. I love this card. You guys know I love wolves. But yeah, this is literally follow your inner knowing. And what I'm seeing right here is a scene from Balto. If you've seen the cartoon movie Balto, great movie. Well, he's guided by a white wolf, which is, he's actually half wolf. I think the real Balto was like a third or a quarter wolf or something. But in the movie, he's half wolf. And his wild instincts are a white wolf, quite literally in the movie, that only he sees, that is his mother. And it's guiding him of how to save the entire town. You know, it's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. So that's your message here, okay? You have the inner knowing. You just need to trust yourself. Miracle. Is there really a better card than that? You see that? Miracle, okay? You have so many blessings coming your way. You just need to believe in them and believe in yourself. Faith. Again, exactly what we were saying. And this is what we were talking about, how your spirit team is going to be brought to you. Yes, you have your spirit team in the 5D, you know, your spirit guides, but you're also going to be having people brought into your physical reality that are going to join your spiritual team, okay, that are actually going to be healthy and be there for you and help you become and achieve the highest version of yourself, okay? So consult your higher self. Vanity. Look at that. This is the people that are around you, okay? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They only care about you. I was going to say they only care about you, but they don't. They only care about themselves is what I meant to say. People that party, okay? People that are very much into material items. They're very material. I can't speak today. Throat chakras are off the charts. I swear to God. That are very materialistic. And maybe these people specifically look like some people that you are dealing with. So if that is a message for you, then great. But these people are just not people you want to be around. You want to be around this, which is enlightenment. You want to be around healthy people. You want to be around people that care about you, that are also on a spiritual journey, that want to be the best versions of themselves as well. And you could have a child in your energy, or very soon to be in your energy. So if you might get somebody pregnant, you might get pregnant, just keep an eye out for that. When this new commitment comes into your life, could represent a baby as well. So be conscious of that. But if not, maybe you're going to have a baby with that person in the future. But you could also just have a child in your life, or soon to be in your life, whether it's yours or somebody else's, that's going to help you. That's going to show you that every human being starts off innocent. It's only the bullshit that we go through in life that turns us into who we become as adults, whether that's good or bad. So people aren't inherently bad. And trust me, I understand how hard that is to believe that, especially like we go through a lot of shit, especially those of us on the spiritual journey. And it's really hard to remember that sometimes, that human beings are not evil. There are evil human beings, but humanity as a whole is not evil. So I feel like a child is going to be helping remind you of that and helping you believe that. So, wow, that was a half hour already? Damn. All right. So my camera records for a half hour, so I guess it went perfectly with the time, but yeah. So that is all of the messages I have for you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. If you'd like a personal reading, you can always email me, esotericinsightyt@gmail.com. You can also go through my website. Honestly, I know it's my website, but it's easier if you just email me for everybody, because then I don't have to go through my website and you don't have to answer. I think there's I put questions on there for people that find my website and want a reading. I just ask them some general questions. If you want to skip all that and just be like, hey Ben, here's my situation, help, I'll be like, cool, just send me an email. It's easier for everybody. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day. Love yourself, believe in yourself, okay? You do have a lot of blessings coming your way. Trust the process. That is the biggest advice I can give for you, all right? So thank you. You have a wonderful day.